There's nothing more important for business, and therefore the members of the Regional Business Council, than a professional, talented, capable, diverse workforce. And as we began to look into this area, we found that if we could provide a vehicle to better connect young professionals and diverse young professionals, that we would all benefit. Our concept is that it would connect people professionally. Equally important were those social connections. And the third piece was an equal passion for giving back to the community.
So many times when we talk about St. Louis as a big small town, but at the same time we're so spread out in the sense that there's not a lot of formal vehicles for connectivity in the business community. So with the YPN, the whole idea was to start off with the RBC companies, let's connect those professionals and then grow.
It allows us as young professionals to not only network with each other, but also other CEOs and business professionals in the St. Louis market.
I think engaging your young professionals, especially in their city, and having them create networks kind of makes them want to stick around and foster more relationships to kind of grow the area, or at least, you know, if you have similar tastes, you can kind of explore those avenues together.
The great thing about the YPN, I think, is the networking. You get to meet a number of talented individuals from a number of different backgrounds, and the opportunity to network with each other has just been great.
It's very exciting because it gives the opportunity to meet other people, young people in the different companies and different with the different skill sets in St. Louis. So this is a great venue for young people to learn more about St. Louis, to learn more about each other and the community.
The leaders of the committee are able to kind of move forward with the initiative, and that is our main goal of making sure that we keep the best diverse talent in St. Louis.
Oh, the YPN, oh, this is phenomenal. I mean, this event is just great because you have all these young professionals. You know, it's very inspiring.
I feel that the YPN is important to the city of St. Louis because it's helping the growth of the city, the diversity. Again, coming from California, there's so many different opportunities for the different backgrounds of population.
When I first moved to the city, I had no experience with sort of the diversity of the city. I pretty much had it pegged out in my mind, and so when I started to explore, I realized that there's a lot of different cultural sets in the environment, in the city, that have pretty much made a place for themselves and have brought their culture and their food and everything that they enjoy to St. Louis.
I come from Cuban heritage, and for me, I've always wanted to maintain that heritage and become linked up with other individuals that have similar heritages or are from different areas, and the YPN's been a huge stepping stone for that for me. I don't know what other venues I would have been able to do that through without the YPN.
I think it's good to see all the people that are out here. I would have never met them except for this event, and I think it reflects on the diversity that we have here in St. Louis.
I've been here since about '98. I went to Mizzou and then moved here to start working, and I actually love the area. There's a lot to do here.
I think St. Louis is a great city, great culture. I see a lot of opportunity, great sports town. So I think that St. Louis is headed in the right direction.
If people want to get involved in the community, there's so many opportunities, and I think there's a new movement on trying to get St. Louis a more multicultural city.
When I first came here, I actually saw a lot of potential here. It was a perfect fit for me. I grew up in a small town in Iowa, and this was the nice balance of big city with some small town touches, but I really loved the culture and the opportunities here, especially for someone who was looking to make a future.
I think my favorite thing about St. Louis is learning about new parts of St. Louis. Even though I've lived here for 28 years, basically, there's always new restaurants, there's always new parts of the city that I've never discovered, and getting to go to those parts of cities and learning about new things that, you know, it's almost like even after 28 years, there's still so much to do.
I do feel like St. Louis is progressing as a cultural center. Coming from California, when I moved to California 6 years ago, we didn't have the diversity that we have here in St. Louis. So I do feel like the city is progressing.
I think St. Louis is one of those best kept secrets, which I'm not ready to share with everybody because I don't want St. Louis to get bigger and crazier and more expensive and just have all those kind of bigger city problems. I kind of like keeping it the way it is and kind of having the special treasures, and when I have guests, I love surprising them and wowing them when they're like, wow, St. Louis really has some cool stuff.
I've built up a family here, married with an 8-year-old, and it's a great place to raise a family. And like I said, it's always changing, so there's always something to do, and I don't really see myself leaving.
When you look at a town like ours or a city like ours, you have that next generation, and so we are that generation. So the YPN has really helped us to claim our stake and help support the city.
I met probably around 20 new people here that I never saw before, even somebody from my own country. So I think we need to continue expand and connect to as many people as we can.
This is the type of catalyst that I think is really going to propel the city to the next stage, having a core of young professionals that want to stay here and build the community from a business standpoint, but also in terms of community giving and outreach.
The word is getting out, and St. Louis is on the move.